Hey everyone, welcome to the Geo Community Call for August 24th. Hope everyone had a great weekend and is ready for an exciting week. We are seeing some signs of life out there, which I think is exciting for people who've been, building really hard during the bear. And, we're not out of it yet, but signs of life are encouraging. And, it really just speaks to, the resilience of everybody who builds and stays focused during the bear. And I think, we're all becoming pretty well positioned to benefit from that work. So um, let's keep it up and let's get everything to a state where, we're in a good position to get this network launched and out there. So appreciate everybody who's been working really hard on this journey and contributing a ton. And excited to keep getting things ready and out into the world. For this week, we've got a lot of things that we're going to be doing to ramp up debates even further and to help support that with all of the surrounding, knowledge and claims and fact checking and all of that. And let's dive right into it. So, Davila, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Uh, this week we have a very interesting call, multiple demos, which we love to see. So what we're going to do is we'll have, as usual, Preston's update on product. That's going to be followed by Ali's demo on News Factory. Very interesting setup. Thanks, Ali, for joining. Then Cătălin, as he mentioned, has been live coding, so he's going to show a demo of his app. We'll follow up from past week's call exclusive bounty on Curator's personal spaces. So the community has been working at it. It's going to be very interesting to take a tour around their profiles. We're going to launch a new call exclusive bounty this week again. It's going to be a little different, but no less creative. And that's going to be followed by content highlights from by our editors, and Arturas has also some thoughts from the content curation side as well. So without further ado, Preston, please go ahead and share your product updates.
Thank you. So I'll go through a few things, including I want to walk through debates kind of one more time as I know I showed some of it last week, but just to make sure everybody is staying familiar. So one thing you'll notice on the Explore page, we updated the sort to now say we have best now along with new and top. So best is going to include both a time component and
Sorry, Preston. We're
oh,
seeing
wrong screen share, sorry. Um, let's see if I can do the right one here. Here we go. Okay, so here, so we can now see the best as well as the new and top. So new and top is what we previously had. Best is going to include both a participation component. So for claims, that means the amount of positions on the claims. Curation component. So for things that have upvotes and downvotes, it'll be like more upvotes will push it higher, and a recency. So the older entities are going to have less highly ranked than newer entities. And then the more signal on those things, the higher they will show. So for instance, this one was 21 days ago, but it has a bunch of votes on it, so it shows relatively highly. This same algorithm is going to be used in the side panel when you see the list of claims here. So you can kind of come here day to day now, and this list should update to have claims that are getting participated in, new claims that are getting posted, things like that. So that'll kind of help with the claim exploration. And then we want to really start getting people onboarded to debate this week. So if you kind of find claims you want to debate, make sure to put your positions on them and flip the debate toggle on. So if you have to both set your position and flip the debate toggle on to be available for debate. And then if anybody else is online that is available to debate for those claims, for example, I could debate Armando in either of those two, but he just went off the tab, so he doesn't show up anymore. And then, or you can just debate an individual person. So say I wanted to debate Davila, I could just come over here. Since she's online on a Geo browser tab, I can just click debate. That'll send the debate request to her. While the debate request is out, I can't send another one. She just accepted it. So then I'll be able to load up all of Davila's positions. So these are all the positions she has already set. And I can say, oh, so it looks like she wants to debate these things. I have a position on this one already. So I could immediately just debate around that. Or I could look through any of these other positions and be like, oh, I want to debate, this one, I'll debate against you. Or if, I don't think any of those are interesting, I could also go over to the all and just scroll all the debates and all the featured spaces and add more positions to mine. And as I add them, those will update in the positions that Davila sees for me. And then we can kind of work together to figure out what claim we want to debate with each other. Then, so just to show also when you actually send a request, Davila will get a notification on her screen. She can then click accept. As soon as she clicks accept, I'll get redirected into the debate recording flow. Davila, are you able to hit accept on that?
I think it's still loading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a lag time, especially with different internet connections. We're working on some stability around that. So anyway, so once you hit the debate request, you'll then go into a room similar to when you click to join a Zoom meeting. So you'll enable your video and audio. There's a check there. So here it is. So you can see there's a speaker test here. You can see waiting. So as soon as Davila were to say ready, that would go from waiting to say ready. And then once both of us are ready, we'll jump into the actual debate. The debate's structured as each person presents their position for 1 minute, and then you get 45 seconds to rebut the other person's position. Then at the end of the debate, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, there's going to be a banner that says uploading one debate, and there's a cancel button down there. So if you recorded the debate and then you didn't like the video, or there was some issue with it and you didn't want to post it, you can click cancel and it won't get posted. If you don't click cancel there, it will go through the publishing flow. If you do, in that end screen, you're also going to see the ability to debate again. If both users want to click that debate again, then they will, if both users want to click debate again, they will then enter that debate again flow again, where we choose the claim and then we figure out what to debate again. So there's still some small stability bugs we're ironing out, but the flow is in a good enough state to start getting feedback on it. So as kind of the power users on Geo right now, it'd be great to get you guys kind of participating and sending some feedback through. So I'll leave the coordination there to Adam and Davila, but just wanted to kind of walk through that flow and make sure to explain. Oh, then one last thing I wanted to touch on was, if you go to a space right now, you'll also see a tab here called Community. So if I was to click on that, there is a leaderboard here. And note, this isn't like a points leaderboard. It is a it is a just posting leaderboard. So it has your rankings, news stories, votes, and bounty submissions. And here you'll be able to kind of just see who's been participating the most in the space for the past week. And then also we're pulling in bounty functionality as well. These tables are by default set to featured. So we'll need to make sure to go set the featured flag on the bounties you want to show here, but you can also just select all. And here you can see the bounties that have been completed, who completed them, and then what bounties are currently available and waiting allocation. and you can say you're interested in those. So that's functionality that was previously in the Curator app that we've kind of pulled into the Geo browser app here. So all those things are kind of in flight. There's some things getting ironed out on either side. So just wanted to kind of introduce all this. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Preston. That was very informative, and hopefully more curators will now join the debates. Please feel welcome to use our Discord channel to coordinate around that activity if you'd like, and we're also happy to help you find people to match if you'd like some assistance there. So next point on our agenda is a curator demo. Hey, Ali, are you available?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Thank you.
So
Yes, I'm
Ali,
available.
Ali, as I mentioned, has set up a news factory. So please go ahead, Ali, and show us around.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see my face.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So how I started this newsroom console or the factory for news for telling me what to publish on Geo, what sort of stories are accepted. So the starting point where I start this is when I start the stories, it is very hard to find a story that will acceptable by the editors and geospace, and also if other curators has already posted it or not. So I come up with the idea to create a system, and as I told you, the leaderboard, like I see how the other curators are climbing on the leaderboard. So with the stories they are publishing, so I try to do that task, and then I create this thing which has like it is a beat for every space. We have 5 spaces: AI, crypto, world affairs, and so on, health space. And there are like 296 sources that each space has different sources what they are accepting. Like uh, crypto has different sources, AI has different sources from where they are accepting these stories. So like I told you, BBC, Reuters, Coindex, reading one by one manually and get a story from that spaces, like from that news feeds, and I will give those stories to the Geo assistant in the Geo browser and ask him whether these stories are already on Geo or not, and it will respond back always like it is already on Geo. So I will stop posting it on Geo or submit in the Discord to the editors, as I already knew that it is already on Geo. So I will stop with that, and it is a very hard part. So like I told you, every time I go to the Geo assistant, it will tell me that it is already on Geo. Or if I look at the Discord, some other curators will already publish it or have it. So I can't submit that story again and again. So it was never a search problem, it was a knowledge problem from my side. Like I have to look what is already on Geo, what editors rejects. Like each page has a separate editor. Like crypto has CPT Mo, World Affair has Ahmad, and each editor has different like rejection rules. US politics has different rejection rules. So So now I have the console or the news factory, which has 9 screens, 5 beats, and a one project that you can move anywhere. It has 296 feeds or news sources, 567 passing tests. If I want to check like how my system is working, I can test based on these 567 tests, and the rejected rules that I collect from these editors, like whatever these editors gave me in the response, like why we rejected your submissions, I post like I somehow make 131 rules out of these rejected rules. So it is now a full system that tell me like if my system gets 100 stories, it will pass through those rejected rules, and whatever survive, then I go and publish that story. So as I told you, a good AI story is not a good world affairs story, and same a US politics story is not always to be a good story for the world affairs. So each space has a different priorities and different reject rules. Like crypto, a exchange hack, a regulator moving a protocol, shipping, AI, a model, a chip, a data center, and so on. US politics is all about US, a court, a ballot, or a national flight or fight. World affairs, a war, a sanction, and so on. Health has different tastes. So these 5 beats like crypto, AI, US politics, world affairs, health. Crypto has 43 news sources that I fixed. AI has 113, US politics has 32, world affairs has 66, health has 42. And reject rules, the one that I mentioned, crypto has 30 rules on my system, AI has 14, US politics has 47, world affair has 24, and 16, health has 16. And these are the tests for each spaces that combine 567. And these are the spaces like I'm looking in crypto. We have crypto dataset and crypto the main space, and world affair has also 2 spaces, and all of them has 2 spaces. So we are looking on both spaces through the API. Every story falls through the 10 gates. It has 10 gates, my system. Like if I want to run 12 hours or 72 hours, it will never land a story on for me which is older than 73 like 72 hours. It will not tell me a story that is 73 hours older or 74 hours older. A publisher, the space never cites. Like as I told, we have 43 sources for crypto. So the system will never publish a story or tell me a story or suggest me a story that is outside the source. It will reject that story automatically. Already published on Geo, it will reject that. Claimed by another curator, it will reject that. Already turned down by the editor of that space. Repeat coverage of one event, like if my system find out 10 stories and that 10 stories cover the same event, a specific event, it will make one story out of it, and the one story will be from a best source. So one story one time owned by our neighboring space. Like it will also not publish something like a crypto space story will not be added to the world affairs. The topic is already saturated. Like the Jew has already 3 times or over, or it is already done. Fails the editor own rules, the rules that I made. No second source or no topic. If a story has no second source, or not a good topic, it will reject that. So these are the 10 gates, and these are my 10 stages. Those are the gates how my system rejects a story, and these are different stages that how my workflow is working. So the first step is take the news source from Geo itself. What the editors accepting the stories, the sources, the news stories like BBC, Reuters, or Coindex. It take that, read every story those sources published. Then third step is check what is already on Geo, check what the other curator claimed, fold repeat coverage into one, score against the editor on rule. Like my system has also a scoring range, so it score if the story is survived, like 80 points or 90 points. Let Claude read what is left, and then the Claude comes, like when everything is survived so far, the 5 stages. The next step is the Claude will read it out, and will if a story, if like we get 100 stories and only 30 survive so far, then Claude will look at that 30 stories and will reject if it finds something that is useless or not that good. So it may give me 15 or 10 stories at the end, then publish to the geospace, record the editor decisions. Like if I submit something and then the editors, like 2 days after, an editor gave me a feedback that what we rejected and why and so on, we can record that in our system, so we know, so we can improve the system. So like last in the previous run, I run the system, all the spaces, and I get 791 stories, out of which 180 are good. Like crypto gave me 154 and 58 survive. AI 154, 56 survive. US politics 131 survive, and so on. And if let's say I run the system like 72 hours, like right now I run the system for 72 hours, and it will give me the stories in the world affairs, like 72 hours older, all the stories from now on back to the 3 days time limit. And after 6 hours, I again run the system. It will for 24 hours, it will give me for 24 hours story, but it will never give me back again the story that the 72 hours already gave me. So like as I told you, if the system gave me 100 stories, the 30 that passed the test, the 70 that are removed, it all have the reasons of why these fails. And now I will show you the UI. These are the 9 screens that I told you, and these are the 5 beats that you can see. So if right now I'm in crypto, as you can see, so the overview, I can run the system for 72-hour window, 12-hour, 24, 48, 60-hour, and 72, and so on. And these are the funnel, like what is happening, and so on. Geo copy, like if I want to check how far or how far or behind I am from the Geo itself. So I will run this, and it will tell me that you need to refresh the Geo. So I will run this, and the API will run, and I will get in the crypto data set and crypto space, both of the spaces, whatever the new stories are published, my system will fetch that, and it will be in the record. So we never publish those story again. These are different commands that I can run. And if I want to whatever the system gave me, I want to store it in the Excel sheet in my desktop. I will run this command and so on. And these are the review. Like as I told you, my system also gave some scoring on each story. So like the story that is 14-hour old, and it is this story. It has 85 scores and so on. All the stories are here. I can see the details here of it. I can copy the link also to paste it in the injector to publish it. And then it is the Claude that whatever the stories revive, like if I run this system and the stories survive, and I come here to run Claude on it, then the Claude will tell me on those 30 or 20 stories that you have, how much are worth of publishing in Geo and what is not good story. So I run that and it will tell me. And then here we can, like if I click on this story to publish, I will come here. First, I have to run dry run. It is a must part.
Haley,
Yeah.
sorry to intervene. Just for the sake of time, could you please final thoughts, and then we would love to see like a video demoing in depth how your workflow runs.
Okay. So yeah, that's all. And it is for the publishing, and these are the decisions from my system, and these are the rules by the the CPT-MO rules that why he rejected some stories and how it is for the crypto. And these are the sources from which my system get these stories. And it is a terminal like, and it is a Discord where all the messages of Discord are coming. So yeah, that's all.
Thanks, Cătălin. Sorry to cut you short, but very interesting and impressive how you also incorporated community nuance to your workflow. And it's also very structured, so it's very interesting to see how you thought this out. If you'd like to share a recorded video in depth, I would love to promo it around and share with everybody how this works. Thank you for your demo.
Yeah, no issue. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I close my screen now?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Okay.
And then one more demo for today coming from the editor team, Cătălin, following up from the fact-checking thoughts.
Hello,
Cătălin.
everyone. How are you? I would like to ask who remembers Snopes, the fact-checking app? Do you remember it?
Oops, yeah.
I think that it was a very great idea with a very bad execution. And I tried to make my own Snopes-like app using the geoclaims. And I defined two scores for each claim. One score is called the evidence score, and it's a mix between vetted sources, which are the space official sources that we have on the spaces, and the unofficial sources. And an official source adds some points to the claim, and the official source adds double the points to a claim. And it gives an evidence score based on the points. Then we have the reader score, which is made by the ratio of upvotes and votes, upvotes and downvotes, and also by the number of them. Because a claim can have only upvotes and 100% of the people agree, but 2 people is way too low to give a high score to a claim based on that. If we had 100 votes here, this score would be way higher. And both of those point system can become irrelevant for the overall score if the claim was fact-checked by an editor. If an editor fact-checked the claim, the score becomes the maximum, which is 100. And here you can see that the sources for this claim are unvetted. The reader score is only 2 people voted the claim, so it's low. But because an editor fact check the claim, he received the highest possible score. And this is what I built over the weekend.
Very cool, Cătălin. Will you be sharing this with the community to try and play around?
Sure. I would like to add a few updates today, and then tomorrow I can share it with everyone.
Amazing. It will be interesting to compare the app that Armando created and you, and see how we're getting similar or different scores between the applications. Thank you very much for sharing.
You're welcome.
And then the next segment. So last week we invited curators on the call to work on their personal spaces. Thanks to everybody who worked on it, and you guys did a great job. Everybody used their space a little bit differently. We have Jamal on the call. Jamal, would you like to show us around your space?
Hello, everyone.
Hey. So please share your screen. Or
all right, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
All right.
So Jamal,
Yes, I can hear.
I have your
Sharing my screen already.
Okay. So Jamal,
Sorry,
I think
so you cannot share screen
yes,
while
I think you're having some connection issues. So I shared your personal space on my screen. So if you'd like to comment about it a little bit.
All right, thank you very much. My personal space, yeah, I'm commenting about Web3.
Jamal, sorry, you're cutting a little bit, so I'll do the tour for you if you don't mind. Jamal has used his space as a portfolio for what he's doing. So he did a little bit about himself. He also added projects that he is working on, which is lovely to see for people to check out his Web3 projects in Nigeria and Africa. He's also added some concepts that are important for Web3 and tools that he's using. So he's using the space as portfolio. And then we have Assad, who's also a Web3 user, and he's the graph advocate as well. So he's using his space a little bit differently. He added not just about himself, but also workshops and meetups that he has organized, which is also very fascinating to see what you guys are doing over there. Projects as well. And what my personal favorite is, because I'm a little bit nosy, is hobbies. So Assad has added some info about where he's traveling. I'll add the links to everybody's spaces for people to check out and get to know each other better. We also have Saroa, who has highlighted also his knowledge in crypto. So he's sharing stable coins that he's tracking, and then some thoughts on agentic payments. I wanted to also highlight Jamal Sahid, another Jamal, who's a lady in our community, and she's in health. So she's actually sharing some info about food research that she's doing, and she's also doing some writing, highlighting some skills and topics that she's writing about. The last two profiles that I wanted to share with everybody is, sorry for all of these loading screens, Adam. Adam is also sharing his hobbies, and he's also traveling. So Assad and Adam, some things to discuss. Some fun facts from Adam's travels for people to check out. And if you're interested in Adam's professional experience, it's also there. And last shout out is Maxim, who is using his personal space to centralize his work on Geo. So a very clever way to utilize the personal space as well. So thanks everybody for participating in last week's Call bounty. Very interesting to see what's everyone up to, and lovely to get to know you better. So for this week, what I thought would be fun to do is to let you guys explain how you see Geo. So for this week, I will be inviting everybody on the call to create an explainer of what Geo is to someone who doesn't know. So what we will be looking for is a creative way. It can be geo-native, a meme, a video, a diagram, a poem, whatever you guys like to do in your free time. Choose a person in your circle or elsewhere, basically a role, a grandmother, a skeptical developer, a local journalist, and explain to them what Geo is. So details for this bounty you will find in the link. I will add the link to the chat. And you have a week to complete this. So I'm very, very keen to see what you guys come up with, and hopefully some fun content comes out of this. So that's it for the call exclusive bounties from past week and this week. And then I will be inviting Arturas. Arturas, would you like to share some thoughts from past week?
Yeah, so I wanted to share a little bit of progress of what we're doing to systematize a little bit the way that we measure quality of content on Geo. Specifically for now, I'll focus on the claims, but this should be having some conversations with different people who are using Geo, especially with AI and our Geo skills. What I'm noticing is a pattern where there are different ways that curators, editors are describing the quality metrics in the prompts. And then I noticed that they get differing results. Obviously, Geo is a good place for a community to agree on certain on anything, including the quality metrics. So we're doing some work on introducing Geo quality and formatting tags on Geo that would have a description that does best in actually running them and getting the results. So we have some tags for the claims. So these are some of the these are made from some of the feedback that we've been getting from different editors, different people in the core team. And so these are type of like the tags that are in action right now. Okay, so here we have the improper capitalization, grammar issues. So for example, this includes the Geo formatting rules, like one sentence claim should not have appeared at the end, for example, context dependency, wordy and improperly sourced. So these are the usual issues that we kind of run into with the existing claims on Geo. And we have the descriptions and we have the usage and sort of usage guidelines of how do we want that to be used. So this right here is already tested and has good results. So like we'll be testing them out with some of the work that editor's been doing and showing us on how that works. And we're still checking in what would be the best place for these tags to exist on Geo. Maybe the curator program, like I'm interested in maybe like what Preston has to think about that on your Eve. Essentially, like the initial idea was to have that on the root space, but actually if editors and curators can also participate in making edits, for example, if they can run the connection of those tags to claims with their systems, and if they'll notice that maybe like a better description or a better guidelines for the AI has better results, they should be able to just suggest those edits directly. So it's still an open question, maybe like a curator program space. But so we have some of that. And also we have other tags that are practically useful for the editor work, we notice. And as we open up more bounties, might be useful for the curators. So these are the type of claims that currently actually exist on Geo. And these are all okay. So this is not like not a quality issue. This is more of a just the type of claims that actually exist with full descriptions. So we have multiple statement claims and single core statement claims. Both are now okay. Multi-sentence and one sentence, multi-sentence up to 2 sentences. We have some examples here. We have the meaning. So we have the opinion and factual claims. And we have the charged tone and neutral tone. Like both are like okay to have on Geo, but they are different. And it's good for us to know the difference, and we can sort of follow that. And simple claim versus debate claim. So a simple claim, this specific term is just for the lack of the better term for now. But here we have the claims that usually come from the news stories, right? Like the iPhone Pro records 4K video at 120 frames, or European Central Bank raised deposit to this. Like no one's really going to be debating these claims, right? So and they do exist. So it's good for us to like note that. And the debate claim, it's a claim that states a broad high-level positions, a short headline-like form tone, usually conversational, and there's a real debate happening about that claim, right? So the way that we're describing the description here is that an AI, like the curators as well, and their AIs can really understand how it looks like. And so it can semantically search or create new, like search Geo for those claims that maybe don't have the proper designation that it's a debate claim, or create new ones if any of them are missing. So from some of the testings of how to actually set it up. So one way to do it, so for example, we have the Geo skills now. Some of the ways to use the skills here, we have the way to publish directly into Geo, right? So, a lot of editors, curators probably are doing this right now, like the way that you're publishing content. So connecting the Geo agents with the Geo skills to Geo actually allows to use this very semantic way to search and navigate Geo. So for example, all of these different tabs and collections I made with my Geo agent. And so I was looking specifically for the debate claims, right? And therefore I submitted the debate claim, the debate claims descriptions that we have on the here on the tags. So it was able to find that many of these actually still don't have the debate tag. So like it was actually just a semantic search, and kind of AI reasoned through, like thought about the claims and put them into the collections. Collections are really good for this specific thing. It's better than a query table because a query table requires to have certain filters, right? And here we can find the claims that need the relations added on them, so that you can use the filters for these claims to show up. So a collection is a great intermediary way if you want to like organize content on Geo quickly, so that you can then properly organize it to a more structured way. That's like a good way to do it. Alternatively, now with the query skill, if you have a connector, or if your AI is connected to, if we have the connection that is to your any context management system, whether that it's Obsidian that you're using, spreadsheets, Notion, any database, you can then move those claims directly there. So for example, these are the claims that I moved to Notion. And here the AI can directly add the classifiers and the issue tags directly here. So I can then quickly review them and give it a glance. I can iterate fast within my own context management system on what kind of changes I want to do to the claims before actually publishing that to Geo. So this kind of gives a bit more freedom to like play around with the content and do a bunch of things that maybe don't even follow the specific Geo ontology currently, right? For example, I have like counterclaims for AI to propose, a claim type that AI can sort of creative ways to think of how can we organize them. We have predictive, evaluative, normative. So like how exactly those claims participate in the debate, like a level of the thesis of the claim. We have like L1, L2, L3. So these don't exist on Geo, but these exist in my context management, and I can actually apply now these my own sort of different ways to organize or like think about the content to the content that's on Geo, so that it helps me navigate that, and then I can make publishes using the ontology advisor for those claims that would follow the Geo ontology. So that's some of the work that we've been doing to unlock like a bit of more like direct and good work with AI on the content that is on Geo. So more updates are to come out this week as we continue to roll out more and more of these features to editors and from editors to the curators.
Thank you, Arturas.
And so,
Well-
Arturas, are we adding that debate or debatable tag onto the claims we want to be kind of mainly featuring for the debates?
Yeah, we have the debate tag. And so that was one of the use case that I was using the agents for that, which is I pull up the claims that are actually meet the quality to like, or you know, the quality that would need they need to meet to get the debate tag, but they don't have that. So I can quickly check that right now on my own context management system, and I can do like a quick bulk edit where I just publish that tag on all of the claims.
Perfect.
Okay, great things coming on. And the next segment is content highlights. I'll invite Cătălin to come back. Since we are a very AI-focused call today, why don't you show us around what's trending on the AI space?
Let me share my screen. So right now, the trending claims in the AI space are the following. 0x alpha was developed in China. This is both trending and a debatable claim. It's getting very popular. We also have a claim that was made by Stripe last week to its investors, which is that AI singularity began on January 1st, 2026, which is a very bold claim in my opinion. Then we have a claim about the Pennsylvania governor, Josh Shapiro, who is putting too many restrictions on AI data centers. Then we have a claim about how big AI labs are fueling unnecessary fear about AI. Then a claim about GMF 5.3, which some people claim that is the strongest open weight coding model. Then, in my opinion, the best trending topics from last week are 0x alpha, the anonymous AI model, basic model development in an era of cyber-critical capabilities. This is a blog post by OpenAI about the policies. There's some really interesting claims here. Then we have another topic, the Vatican on AI. Here you can see some debate claims inspired by their position like AI regulation to prioritize human dignity over technological progress. Then we have claims started from the news stories about what Vatican believes. And this is what's trending in AI right now. Any questions?
Not questions, but very interesting things to debate. The Vatican on AI I haven't seen before. I'm going to be interesting to explore that. Thank you, Cătălin.
Thank you too.
Captain Mo, what's up in crypto?
All right, so the truth is coming up. In the crypto space, we are trying to experiment with having two different tables for the claims. So separating the claims into dependent claims and debate claims. So dependent claims are more like statement of facts, right? These are backed up by sources, which are usually from our news stories or news articles. So this one is an example. The SEC proposed new regulation, crypto asset rules with terrorism exemptions. This is more like a statement of fact. And you can see that it has the factual check in here. And that's what we are having in the pending claims section now. Then a different separate ranking for the debate claims, which is where we are having claims that can be debated. So these are claims that you can either upvote on or downvote on, and also possibly have a debate on. An example is Wall Street moving into crypto is good for crypto. So this one, we already have some people divided over it. And then it has the opposing arguments, the supporting arguments with sources for the debate, and you can see it has the debate tab attached to it. So this is what makes it available for the debate. Then we also have some topics in the AI space that were trending over the past week. There's the White House Crypto Summit. We are covering it in here. We have the overview, and then we also have claims around the outcome of the summit. Then, of course, we have all of the sources in here. Yeah, so these are claims on what Trump said in the outcome, in the room, people in the room. Another pending topic last week was regulation crypto assets, also covered in the space. So we have what's happening, the proposal, the people involved, and all of the sources where we're getting our information from. The Agentic Payments Alliance, also another topic that was pending last week. This is all about it, the founding members, the standards base, and the sources covered. Really interesting topics. We have them ranked in here as dependent topics for last week, and we are inviting curators and other editors alike to come in and put in a topic you should be here.
Thank you, Captain Mo. The White House Crypto Summit going to be cool to show to my dad, I think.
Yeah,
The legitimacy
definitely.
and where crypto's going. Very cool. Thank you.
And here the claims are ranked separately, right? For the debates and the...
Oh, yeah. The claims are ranked separately.
So that's something good to take a look at. Maybe for like we have Preston and Yaniv on the call. Like so we were discussing last week on how we would like to approach the difference of those sort of factual claims that are good also to rank, right? Like whatever, like the big facts that happened, it's good to be ranked, but the debate claims are obviously can be different. So how do we feel about having the two rankings that are kind of separate? Like one is like kind of all claims. Some of them can also be debate in this case. Maybe maybe it's worth separating that for like non-debate claims to be ranked, and then the debate claims to have a more clear separation if we're going this route.
Yeah, I don't see a strong need to, tie it to debate specifically, right? I guess the point is that it's either subjective or opinion or controversial. So maybe one of those three.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so,
I think
so that's
the main question is, do we want to separate it?
Yeah, I think for sure, right? So and they serve different functions. The first is that, I want to get a quick glance at like what's happening. Now the thing is, people could still debate factual claims, right? So I guess that's the main thing, right? A lot of the factual claims are kind of broadly accepted, but you can't have factual claims that are very much disputed. So I guess the question is, which bucket would that be in?
Yeah, the real thing I'm looking at here is like this is supposed to be like the Curator space homepage overview. And so like the first thing you see here is the debates block. The next thing you saw previously was just one like trending claims block, and right after that was just like a feed with news stories and claims and other things in it. So does it really benefit us from a browsing perspective to separate them? I just worry that it takes a lot of real estate.
We can discuss it elsewhere.
Yeah. But generally, I do like splitting it out, and I also think that featuring the debate claims would be the way I would lean, just because I think that they are more interesting to select a position on and interact with than maybe the other ones.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. Anyways, I know we're at time. So maybe we wrap it up. So Davila, did you have anything else?
Maybe a quick note that we have some changes in our community call scheduling. So here's the last timetable on when the calls are on. So crypto is Wednesday, 4 p.m. in GMT. Then that's followed by US and world affairs. And health are on Thursday. Please take a screenshot. I'll also post about it on Discord and take part in our community calls this week. For anybody who's having trouble locating the bounty for today's curator call, it's in this Zoom chat. If you're having difficulties accessing it, please let us know on Discord. We'll help you get to it. And that's it. So some final words, Yaniv, and we can close it off. Closed out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Another strong week. So really excited to get more folks on the debates app. Preston keeps showing more and more every week. I think the product is really coming along. It's a lot of fun. So we're excited to get people on there. And then really great seeing people's updated workflows for the news ingestion, as well as the fact checking stuff that we went into a lot more last week. So excited to see people go deeper on all of those areas, really trying to consolidate the most important things that are happening in the different spaces that we're tracking. Try to make it easier for people to browse and understand, the different sides of perspectives. And I think that's already happening, and it's really awesome to see. So keep up the great work, everyone. Have a really great week, and we'll see you online. Cheers, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
See you, everyone.